Teri Argle and Susan Wilson are here, and also Ann Cross. Where's Ann Cross? Ann Criss.
No, this is Ann Criss.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I thought she showed up.
We've just been talking about Susan all day.
Let's just talk about. There's another Susan we talk about. We could talk about her while we're on the show.
Well, Susan who?
Your friend?
Oh, Suzanne.
Suzanne. I'm
That's
sorry.
not Susan. That's Suzanne.
Oh, I'm
Suzanne's
sorry.
your biggest fan.
Let's talk about
Or
her.
your biggest, because she hates it. We talk about her all the time. She gets on me all the time.
That's why I want to talk about her.
Okay. Well, Dan says
All right,
Suzanne.
Teri and Ann, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks
Now
for
we
having
all
us.
know about David's Trail, and you've got a David's Trail Day. Now what's going to happen on this day?
This is our third David's Trail event, and basically we set up interpretive stations along a 1.5 mile trail. And this year we've got worm races, macroinvertebrae, where they can look through microscopes and identify bugs that are in the water. We have a scavenger hunt where they can find things for the first half mile. We're putting tracks along the second mile.
Tracks.
They're going to do tracks like
That's what
animal
these are,
tracks.
coyote.
Okay.
They're going to learn how
Zero in on me, Zach.
to follow the tracks to the table, and then they're going to match it with scat and the animal that it belongs to.
Okay, and you brought some scat, and that doesn't look
Oh,
very
yeah.
well on the table.
We haven't zeroed in yet.
Well,
See?
just in case you wanted some dinner or something,
Well, it's
we did
not.
bring
I
the
don't
scat.
think I have the right scat. It's a bobcat. And my scat
Yeah.
gets all grossed
Yeah,
out.
pick up that scat there, would you?
It's wolf. This is the scat. Okay,
Yeah.
this is wolf. Look, Robert's just dying laughing. I don't think I have.
No, you don't have the right track. I've got
Here,
it.
let me have the
No,
scat.
that's
I'm going to
it.
hold the scat.
It's just
Well, everybody grossed him out last year. I said, it's rubber. It's rubber.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber on the
But
TV
honest,
screen
just
there.
think about it, though. You see this stuff a lot more than you see this stuff, really,
Yeah.
when it comes to.
Yeah.
Well,
you
I'll
know,
tell you, I
on
lived
the
in the
trail.
Netherlands and
Doesn't
used to
bother me.
find a lot of dog scat along the sidewalk.
Yeah.
My friend and I decided maybe we should make something that would tell you when you were going to hit it, but it would be beeping all the time,
Yeah.
and you'd never ever know when you weren't going to hit it.
Yeah, when people don't clean up after their,
Yeah.
But I bet at David's Trail that's a real problem because people consider that a nature trail and they probably don't think to clean up
But
after
you
their
know,
pooches out
I've
there.
been on the trail several times. I don't think I've ever run into anything
Oh, good.
that's
right.
on the
no.
trail. I think it's
I
pretty
I
clean.
think people are really considerate of the trail because it's such a nice trail. It's wide. It accommodates just about everybody.
Now,
And
this is
it's-
just a hiking trail. It's not a bike trail or anything, or is
No.
it?
Not that
Okay.
part of it.
No,
Okay.
not
it's
that
just
part of
hiking.
it. But it is a running trail. People do run
Okay.
on it. It's wide.
How
enough.
long is it? How much of it's completed?
Close to 12 miles are completed. They're working on another 5, and I think for 2013 they're going to go from the Boy Scout camp, starting from the Boy Scout, or from where it is now to the Boy Scout camp at Teal Point, and then apparently the Corps has asked them to help them with some sections on Robinson's. Eventually it'll be part of a 50-mile trail.
Yeah, because it'll connect to the Robinson Point Trail, right?
Yeah, eventually be 50 miles. But the event is on April 28th, Saturday morning from 9 until 3. We have giveaways, we have bird calls. We've set up people along the trail that'll have bird sounds going off, and they'll be able to identify and learn how to listen for the bird and be able to identify a bird via the sound versus sight.
And it starts off, excuse me, with a scavenger hunt. The first half mile, participants will get a sheet at the beginning, and they'll be doing 2 things. They'll be looking for items on the scavenger hunt sheet, and they'll also be looking for trees. Almost all the trees along the trail are tagged. We're part of the Arkansas Master Naturalist Group, and we tagged trees, probably about a year ago. We started tagging the trees, and so most of the, not all of the trees, but specific ones are identified. So everybody will have a sheet that they'll have leaves that are just about the same as the tree tags, and so it'll be easy for them to identify them. So they'll be doing scavenger hunt in the first 5 miles plus tree ID that will go for the whole trail, and then after they get through with the first half mile they'll be doing the track and scat identification, and they'll also have a sheet to go along with that.
Now, they don't bring these items back, do they, or during the scavenger hunt? Or
Oh, no.
okay. I was going to say that. But
Actually, we have a little treasure chest, and we fill it
right.
with stickers, and they take a
Okay,
sticker
okay.
out
All right.
and put it on their sheet when they find
right.
it.
And
I'm
that
glad
will
we
be the
pointed
tree.
that out because you wouldn't want people bringing
No.
this stuff back.
But part
Well,
of
they
it is bringing
couldn't.
back trash,
Yeah.
and they get a little
Sure,
stamp.
yeah.
We have these passports we hand out, and at each station they get their passport stamped.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then they turn it in at the end and fill out a form, and they can get their name in an extra drawing where we get a really special thing from Wells Fargo. Last year we
yeah.
had guidebooks and trail books and different things. So that it's just a way for them to complete the whole trail. The idea is for people to come out and learn about Arkansas, learn about our nature,
Yeah.
as well as get out and get active and be able to complete the whole thing.
Will you be selling like T-shirts and hats there?
No, everything's
No?
free.
Okay.
We don't charge
You got
a
some
penny.
great hats. I mean, those are some great
He's
embroidered
coveting
hats.
the hat.
I have
I
one at
know.
home.
I have one at home.
Well, why
I'm
didn't you bring
watching
it?
that.
Well, I didn't.
Because you discussed what you were going to wear today. We already heard that.
Yeah, but he forgot his hat. See there? See, I get on to him every week, and he just, wonders about it. But there are a lot of, Arkansas wildlife
And the coloring
the
books,
birds,
the
the
bird-
coloring books, and things like that. So, is there there's a Davis Trail Foundation, right, where people can donate to keep the trail
There
active
is
and
a fountain,
growing?
yes, and that's what helps to build the trail. That's what helps to put on these events. David's Trail Day is one event on David's Trail. They have the 3C race in October, which helps to make money for the David's Trail Foundation. On May 17th, they have 350 third graders
So don't
descending on the trail.
So we would not recommend going out there on the 17th of
Yeah,
May.
do not go out there on the 17th of May. Bad time to go to Davis Trail.
So that, and last year, Ann and I put on a program for the summer camp. I forget which school it was. Do you remember? It was
I think it was through the
the
back-
alternative school.
Yeah.
The alternative school, and we put on a day out there for them. And they've had, Hospice of the Ozarks has Wag Your Tail in David's Trail. And the whole purpose with the foundation is, of course, to build the trail, but their ideas behind it, of course, is David Floyd, and get the people out and get active and get off your couch and become more active in life and enjoy what's around you. And Arkansas really is a beautiful state.
It is, yeah.
It is.
Especially when you learn what there is out there to do. So,
It's David's Trail Day. Again, the date.
28th.
April 28th, 9 to 3, free lunch
Oh, free lunch. Okay.
until it runs out.
Until, yeah, there's always that.
Basically, this year it's peanut butter and sandwiches and cheese sandwiches. Cookies by Susie Wilson, who's not here.
Okay.
She owns Susie Doozy's Cookies.
Okay.
And she's throwing in a cookie, so there'll be a
Alright.
free cookie in that lunch bag. We have trail bars we're handing out and water.
Wonderful.
So there isn't any charge. It's good for the whole family. The way we've set it up, those people that are handicapped can actually do what's at the pavilion side and get in the car and drive over to the campground side, and there's several activities set up in the campground.
That-
So it is
The
accessible.
worm races. are going
Let's
to be-
pull that around there
Yeah,
real
the
quick.
worm races.
Worm
This
races.
Show the worm
this was
race.
Dwan Garrison's idea. She
And
said, we
it's-
need to have.
Do you put them in the middle and they go to the edge?
We
or
hope.
vice versa?
Theoretically.
Theoretically, you dump them in the middle.
Or you put them in a can and turn them upside down. That kind of thing.
Well,
How
actually,
do
what
you
we're
mark a worm so that you know which
Oh,
one
we're
it
not
is?
marking them. No,
we're
we
not.
aren't hurting nature.
We're going to the participants will
gonna wear hats,
squirt
right?
well,
Helmets.
Yeah, the worms will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you put the worms in there and we can throw darts.
I think the stimulus is going to be a little shot with a squirt gun.
A mister, actually, not
Oh,
the
so-
yeah, we have
A
misters.
mister. But
So,
how do you know?
yeah.
You're not going to bet on your worm then? They're not going to
No,
have
it's just going to be,
Oh, come on, please. Let's
really,
have fun with it.
Yeah,
I think
really,
we should
but-
buy like chances, and the worm should have numbers. And
I think
then
you should do
No,
the
the-
squirt
the
guns and
kids-
It's a chance.
see if you can
Kids
squirt them
will
off
have
the
their own
table.
worms, and every child knows their own worm.
Oh,
For
they can
goodness
tell.
sake, we know that.
Yeah.
So
We're
they'll
only
be good.
doing 4 or 5
Four-
worms at a
four
time.
worms
See, I
at a
thought all
time.
worms looked
Oh.
like I had no idea you could tell
And
them
Ann's husband made this. I said, gee, that looks like a good card table to me. And we have
It's
two.
fine.
We have 2 of them. Yeah, it's a fine piece of furniture. We'll sell that afterwards for David's
Right.
Trail
Well, that'll
Foundation.
last as long as a 5K, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that may last all day, quite frankly.
Well, we're hoping not.
Hoping not. Okay.
We're hoping not.
And this is going to be set up close to the lunch area because everybody wants nice, wormy, clean hands
Wormy
to
hands,
eat.
yeah.
A little protein in
protein.
their
I want to hear. I want
sandwiches.
an update afterwards of how the worm races went.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
you can just come and cover us
Yes.
live.
Right.
I will not be home the 28th.
Oh, no.
My daughter's getting married the next
Oh.
weekend. We will be
Congratulations
doing
to
wedding
her.
things on the 28th and 29th.
I'm sorry, this will be more,
Yeah.
well,
No,
the
it
wedding will be wonderful.
stressful. This would be less stressful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it depends on if your worm is lagging behind or.
Oh, I'd
is,
have a
you know,
fast worm. I
Yeah.
really would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd make sure it was fast.
The last year, oh, go ahead.
Terry Ann, I was just going to, we're running out of time. I hate
Okay.
to
No,
cut you
that's
off.
okay.
Thank you for being here, and I hope it's a great, successful day for your third annual
Third
annual.
annual,
David's
Okay.
Trail Day.
David's Trail Day.
April 28th, 9 to 3. Come on down.
Come back
Free,
and talk to us
free.
again sometime.
Thank you for
will.
Thank
having
you.
us. We really
And bring me a
appreciate
hat
it.
when you do.
Yeah, they're coveted.
Hold on a second. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with
Deborah
Shaw.
Shaw and Robert Shirley for the ASUMH Student Emergency Fund.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.